Diabetes is when someone is unable to adequately regulate their blood glucose. And that means that their glucose levels can fluctuate and they can either become too high or too low. And they regulate this with insulin or with medications like glucosamide or through diet. But the key is balancing what amount of food they put in against how much exercise or insulin they're taking to keep the levels as normal and regular as possible. Now, the most common diabetic emergency for first aiders is hypoglycemia, where the levels can drop and plummet pretty quickly. And that's usually when that balance has just gone a bit out of kilter. And it might be that the person has woken up and suddenly realised that they were running late. So they have run to get to work without having the same amount of breakfast or without having enough breakfast to balance against the amount of exercise that they're taking, which is burning off the sugars. And consequently, their blood sugars go down fast. So when you're there with them as the first aider, you might see that they are a bit lightheaded, that they're a bit shivery, they look pale, the same as you'd feel if it's getting close to lunchtime and you've been maybe doing a bit of sport or extra exercise and you get that really lightheaded feeling, but worse. So talk to them and just say, you know, do you think your blood sugars might have dropped a bit? Can we help? And ideally, they will realise that that's the situation and they will have something with them that they will usually rely on. Probably a sugary drink or maybe a glucose dextrose tablet or some sweets that they keep with them for just this emergency. Otherwise, something like a non-diet fizzy drink works very well. And they should take it. And if they take it and they start to feel better quickly, then that is great. You might encourage them to take a little bit more until they feel that much better, and then follow it up with a carbohydrate. So something like a jam sandwich is really good. So a sweet carbohydrate that can help sustain those levels. They can then, do their glucose monitoring and see if everything has normalised. If it wasn't hypoglycemia and they were feeling rotten because their blood sugars were a bit high, don't worry. The extra sugar you've given to them is a drop in the ocean compared with what's going on. So much better to treat them for hypoglycemia if you think that that's the situation, and then see whether they feel better or not. They should then have a chat with their diabetic nurse if their levels are becoming unstable, and they can get additional support to control their diabetes.